The City of Waterloo, in cooperation with its many active and inspiring entities, presents Heart for the City, a chance to hear and see what's going on in our city and to meet people who serve you, teach you, entertain you, help you, all neighbors and like you. Make this a city on the move. And now, here's our host, the Honorable Quentin Hart.
Welcome to Heart for the City. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. As always, we highlight just a few of the many worthwhile events, places, and things that make this an amazing city. I am Quentin Hart, proud mayor for the City of Waterloo, and today we have an exciting lineup of guests and topics, so let's get right to it. After heading the city's legal department since 1991, Jim Walsh, a prominent figure in the city's legal department, left the position to pursue family and business interests in December 2015. By appointment and approval of the City Council, Dave Zellhoefer, no stranger to the city's legal activities and highly recommended, became the City Attorney. The principal objective of the Waterloo City Attorney's office is to make Waterloo the best possible place to live, work, and also to do business. All this on behalf of our citizens. How do they do that? We will have answers to that questions and more after this brief message.
I love coming here. There's so much we can do. So many opportunities for the whole family. I can try new things, and I don't have to worry about additional fees. I've got time for me when there's so much for them. Cedar Valley Sportsplex, where active lifestyles take shape.
Welcome back to Heart for the City. I'm pleased to introduce Dave Zellhoefer, Waterloo, Iowa's City Attorney. So Dave, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Nice to be here.
Well, I appreciate you being here. But I was wondering, Dave, tell us a little bit about your background before we get into the nuts and bolts of City Attorney's office.
I'm a Waterloo boy, born and raised.
Okay.
And out from Allen Hospital to West High School, University of Iowa College of Law in 1979. Came back here in 1980 to practice law, and actually started working part-time for the city back in 1982 for about 4 years. Went back to full-time practice, and then about 15 years or so, I came back here, City Hall.
And when we talk about a legal department, what comprises a legal department, and what are your primary clients that you work with?
Well, the legal department consists of me and my secretary, Sherice Ortman.
That big, huh?
Yeah, it's huge. We have another lawyer named Chris Wendland from the Walsh Law Firm who does a lot of paperwork for us, document drafting and things. He's been doing it for a long time and is excellent at what he does. My client is the City of Waterloo. It's department heads, the City Council, you on occasion if you have a problem, and we try to keep things running smooth.
Of course, no problems over here. But every now and then, stuff happens, and we need a very valued and trusted legal opinion for those decisions. But is any day the same? I mean, what is an average day in your world?
There is no average day. In fact, today's a good example. You can make plans for what you're going to be doing during the day, and the phone rings, and they're all out the window. Mondays are the toughest because I have trials on Mondays for prosecuting city and municipal ordinances, and then we go right into a city council meeting from 5:30 till whenever, and I got to be ready for that too.
And when you take a look at the overall city and the different departments, let's say, for instance, planning and zoning, there's different ordinances, there's different resolutions, and you go over to another department that wants to do a contract to purchase baseballs or something. You really have to be involved in a lot of those areas, right?
Sure. We've got a lot of departments in the city, and they all rely on the legal department at some time or another. Leisure services, planning and zoning, engineering, and finance. It's code enforcement. I'm in charge of that also, so that goes on and on. Animal control issues. Got to have a little bit of everything every day.
And when we're not able, for instance, you rarely would see a mayor in court. So you would actually represent the city on that behalf, right?
Sure. That's
So you
what I
talked
do.
about court on Monday. So you go over and what do? You listen or?
No, we prosecute violators of city ordinances, whether it's a speeding ticket, red light, that kind of stuff, code enforcement, animal control, zoning things, illegal dumping, any municipal ordinances that are violated, we write tickets to, and then if they plead not guilty, we have to take it to trial.
And so just so people can understand the distinction, the city has ordinances. Ordinances are kind of considered laws, maybe, but not as strictly. So you don't necessarily go out and prosecute criminal activities. It's more of civil.
Well, misdemeanors, simple misdemeanors at the
Okay.
most. Things like speeding tickets, red lights, those things are simple misdemeanors. In the old days, we used to do a lot of other types, 30 years ago, but the state pretty much has all those. You know, there's federal law, there's state law, and there's city laws, and we do city laws.
Okay. So just to make it for a layperson watching this, someone gets an assault case.
Mhm.
You're not the person or the attorney that would go out and prosecute someone for that. You mostly take care of the internal things and processes and ordinances and making sure people uphold those things.
That's right. We're only allowed to prosecute what the state allows us to. Now, 30 years ago, we did simple assaults and things like that, driving while suspended. But now the state has taken all those over, and so we don't have to do them anymore.
Right. And so when it comes to jurisdictions, I mean, is it federal, is it state, is it local? What's your jurisdiction of service?
Anything within the corporate city limits of the city of Waterloo.
Right.
Big city, 68 square miles, something like that. It's good size.
And if someone, when can a private citizen call your office or consult with your office?
We get calls
when
every
they're
day.
supposed to do it.
Well, no, we get calls every day. A lot of people call and complain about their neighbors or about something that isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll spot a leak in the dike or something wrong with the bridge or a car accident or something like that. A lot of it's animal control or code enforcement oriented. They keep an eye on their neighbors and see what's going on.
Okay.
And we get phone calls for people whose mail arrived late, who aren't getting their Social Security checks on time, and we have to send them to somewhere else.
Okay. And can anyone, 68,406 people that represent the city of Waterloo, can they give you a call and ask you for legal advice? I mean, do you want...
No, I can't. I'm ethically not allowed to give you legal advice, although I do get a lot of those. We want to help our citizens, though. If they have a problem with the municipal ordinance, if they have a problem knowing what the municipal ordinance says, yeah, I'll tell them this is what's allowed, this is what isn't allowed, and we'll try to work with them before we start issuing tickets or citations or trying to punish them in some way or another.
And you mentioned municipal. Can someone get a copy of all our municipal codes?
We have them here, but you can also get them online.
Okay.
There's a place called Sterling Codifiers, Sterling. You Google that and then put Waterloo, Iowa, and they'll give you all the codes of the city of Waterloo for free.
Right. And another question that I've been asked before is about a district attorney versus a city attorney. What's the difference?
Well, the district attorney in Iowa is called county attorney.
Okay.
Although they're state employees. They oversee the laws of the state of Iowa. Murder, theft, those types of things. And there's also some that overlap. A red light violation could be written either under state law or city law. They're the same. But they're not allowed to do municipal ordinances, and I'm not allowed to prosecute state ordinances.
And before we move to the conclusion of this section, there's an area that I know that you're very passionate about, and it has to do with blighted properties.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about your role with some of those types of situations?
Well, the legislature passed a law about 11 years ago allowing city attorneys and people like me to go after dilapidated and abandoned buildings. And our old councilman, Reggie Schmidt, took me under his wing about 2005, 2006. We got started on it, and we've taken down about 100 houses and buildings in Waterloo using that. It's very expensive, it's very time-consuming, but it makes Waterloo, number one, a safer place. because these buildings were very unsafe. And it makes it also a better-looking place.
Right. And you have to remember that a lot of the dilapidated houses that you may see in the community, someone owns that, a landlord owns that property. And so we can't just come in and tear down that property, and we have to go through a legal process that takes months to be able to receive that, as Dave just mentioned. But are there any finishing thoughts you'd like to leave us, something clever and original you'd like to leave us with?
No, this is you never know what's going to happen when you walk into the office on a Monday morning or any other morning. Waterloo is a diverse city. It's got a lot of great things going for it. We have problems, but we handle them. We try to handle them within the bounds of the law, and we try to handle them peacefully and happily, and make sure our citizens are informed.
All right, and thank you very much, Dave. And we all know that dealing with legal issues, lawsuits, and prosecutions can be a difficult job, suited only for trained professional counsel. And also there is free legal services eligible for low-income Iowans with civil law issues. Call 1-800-532-1275 or apply online at iowalegal.org. Iowans age 60 and over, call Legal Hotline at 1-800-992-8161. Dave, thanks for coming on the show and giving us insight to the operation of the City Legal Department.
Thank you.
Many, many years ago, a formal education system was designed to meet the economic demands of the Industrial Revolution. Fast forward to today, with the current global economic climate and a society that is in a constant state of evolution. The educational system under some strong criticism, and it seems apparent that the established education system is unable to meet the needs of our hyper-connected society. But in the Waterloo Community Schools, there is a program that challenges students to excel in their studies and encourages both professional and academic achievement. Stay with us, and we will hear some exciting educational news.
I am a future Panther.
I am excited for college.
I am building my skills.
I'm trying new things.
I am shaping the future.
I am ready for the real world.
I am a success.
I am UNI.
I am UNI. You can be too. Visit IamUNI.net.
The International Baccalaureate program supports schools and teachers to provide a rigorous, high-quality education offering professional development that improves learning and leadership. Here to tell us more is its #1 champion and supporter, Sherice Ortman, the program coordinator. Welcome, Sherice.
Hi, Mayor Hart. It's great to be here.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us today. But before we get into the international piece, tell us a little bit about your background in education.
Well, Waterloo proud. West High graduate.
Say that one more time.
Waterloo proud.
Waterloo proud. Say it loud.
Very loud and proud.
Right.
Waterloo West High graduate. Super proud of this community. Went to University of Northern Iowa as well as the University of Iowa. First thing I wanted to do was come back and be in Waterloo and teach in Waterloo.
Okay.
Was able to do that for 15 years.
15 years.
15
Wow.
years before I went into administration.
Okay.
And since that time, I have had the honor of overseeing the advanced programs, and right now something we're really proud of and we continue to build is the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program because it's a jewel for us.
And I think it goes by the acronym of IBD.
Correct.
P.
That'll make it easier.
The P program. But can you tell us a little bit about the program?
Right, and the reason it goes by the IBDP Diploma Program, we offer it at our high schools. International Baccalaureate can span elementary, middle, and high school, but what we did is we authorized it at the high schools, both East and West High. We wanted it to be open access, so you didn't have to choose a building.
Right.
We could have it at either site. And through that, you will go through a series of advanced courses in the program before you take the IB Diploma Program your junior, senior year. So it's a 2-year program. And we do want students to be prepared, and we've worked really hard to back map the level of rigor expected for this for this course.
And is this a 20-year-old program, 10-year-old program? How long has it been in existence?
A lot of people don't realize it's been around since the 60s.
Oh, wow.
So it started in Geneva, and it's a heavy emphasis on the international component. In the United States, a lot of people understand AP advanced placement courses, and those also started around the same time in the United States.
Okay.
Well, we know all over the world IB has been around. It's just coming to Iowa, and I'm incredibly proud to say we're only 2 of 2 in the whole state. You can go
really?
to one campus in Des Moines at Central Academy, or you can come to Waterloo, and it's open access to either high school.
Those are the types of programs that that you're doing, that Waterloo Community Schools is doing, and we need to sing those praises. And that's exactly why you're on the show today, because it's outstanding, and it has a global perspective of the education we live in. You think about it, children nowadays can go on the Xbox. And I'm not promoting Xbox over PlayStation, but
my son would want you to.
Okay. But just think, they can play with someone from Taiwan, someone from Brazil, or places around the world. And so it's so much of a more global, smaller community the more as we move on. But so you're saying 2 schools in the state of Iowa, meaning that not every, or 2 school systems, meaning that you can't do this everywhere. Is there a process to become part of this, or is it?
Well, it came from our community, and you and I have had conversation before about this is truly a gift to us. It's a gift. It's a gift from our superintendent. It's a gift from our school board members. The reason it was created was to say, hey, what are you doing? Another path for advanced opportunities for our students. We already knew we had advanced placement. Well, one of the things is we do want students to be prepared. We just launched our first IB diploma graduating class last year, having huge success in college right now. All of them are. But you do want to have some level of preparedness, and that's why we would highly recommend that if you can take advanced 8th grade courses, we recommend that path. If not, when you get into high school, take the advanced 9th and 10th, and we call them Waterloo Community School District pre-IB courses. And that could lead to the IB diploma program, advanced placement courses, or even taking Hawkeye or UNI courses.
Well, there's an I in the name of the program. Could you talk about the international portion?
The international portion is the part that says, I'm Waterloo, but I need to know about the world around me. I need to have perspective. Let me give you a quick example. When you sit in the language acquisition courses, you're immersed in the culture and the language. You are not just given vocabulary, but you're expected to have discussion in the target language based on topics that are global and provide evidence in that target language. It's full immersion, so some of them, maybe first language speakers of English, maybe not, can experience what it must feel like if I live somewhere else in the world and I'm displaced and I go into another country that I'm not familiar with and I don't know the language, and I have to sit and listen intensely to that language being spoken to me.
So, are there international opportunities to travel?
Well, a lot of the students, since it is consistent curriculum all over the world, having opportunities right now, we have some of our French students who are Skyping online, so you can talk to other kids who are having the same experiences.
And what are some other benefits besides college prep to the program?
Just perspectiveness. I mean, truly to prepare you for life. There's a part of the IB diploma program we don't offer anywhere else. It's called the theory of knowledge. It allows you to think deeply and profoundly about other people, about their perspective. And one of the real dicey things, and it's part of our mission statement, is others with their differences can also be right. That's a really hard thing for us to wrap our mind around. But to center our mind, to center those things that we don't have control over, but to just listen to the people around us about their perspective, and then come together amicably, where else do you have that in a public system at that level?
The mayor's office.
In your office, in the public system, right? So preparing to be the mayor, take International Baccalaureate Diploma program at East or West High School.
Because you have to do some critical thinking, some deep thinking, and immerse yourself in other people's ideas. But how do students apply?
We do have applications. Currently, we are taking enrollment for the sophomore students. Ellen Shea is my building coordinator at East and West High School. You can contact either Ellen or myself, and I have my email address at the bottom of the screen. And you can ask for an application. You can go to the Waterloo Schools website. We have an IB Diploma Program website. You can access, it's in Bosnian, Spanish, and English if you'd like to get the application online. But we do, right now, I'll send out an email and an Ed Connect call to families who are interested. We do want to have the sophomores to get their applications in by the end of January.
Okay. So are there anything else you'd like to tell us about the program before our short time comes to an end?
You gave me 7 minutes. Did we do it? 8, maybe?
We are at about 7:07 right now. So.
Friends of mine will be in awe. But I'll tell you what, I'm incredibly proud. I'm proud of Waterloo. Right now, it's open access. If you want to work hard and you're intrinsically motivated, there's that opportunity for you. This is not exclusive. It's open access.
All right. Thank you so much, Sherice. What an exciting program for advancing education, leadership, and preparation for adult life. Amazing benefits not only for the students, but teachers, administrators, and I dare say, even for our governmental entities. So thanks again for taking time to share this exciting program with us. What's coming up next? Stay tuned for a very special guest.
Launch your kids into a world of wonder, discovery, and learning at the Phelps Youth Pavilion at the Waterloo Center for the Arts. Your child will become a Hollywood star on the fun stage, design and build their own dream house, ride a tractor into a Grant Wood painting, and so much more. Make reservations for your child's next birthday. School field trip and group tours are available Tuesday through Friday. Get to the Phelps Youth Pavilion, where art launches a world of wonder, discovery, and learning.
Well, this holiday season, we all look forward to, well, me especially, and all of you know, watching me over the course of my first year of being your mayor, that I have been exceptionally nice this year. And
That remains to be seen, Quentin. Some people would say, may argue with that.
There's a few people that may argue with that.
Well, if those cookies are for who I think they are, you're bound to be on the nice list this year.
Yes, Santa, these cookies are for you, and I want to thank you and welcome you to Heart for the City. And we know Waterloo is a city on the move, and since we're on the move, what's happening with you?
Okay, well, first I want to do a shout out to Leah and Quentin Jr. out there, and wish you all a Merry Christmas. All right. Well, on the move, you're right. You're right about that. I would suggest there are a lot of opportunities for families to have family fun during this coming season, and you can find them all at the Convention and Tourist website at travelwaterloo.com. And there's a lot of great year-round resources can be found there, and I use it all the time.
And the interesting part, I'm glad that you are only going to be in Waterloo this year. No, or you'll probably be all over. But he's coming to Waterloo first, and the mayor said so. But using that resource of Travel Waterloo, let's see what's coming up.
Okay. Well, first, you're all invited to a New Year's party for kids and families. It's going to be celebrating the New Year's a little early this year with family crafts and snacks and games, and watch the New Year's ball drop at noon. And it's going to take place on December 30th from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Waterloo Center for the Arts.
And not to mention, there's a gingerbread workshop on December 18th from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. at the Waterloo Public Library. Create a gingerbread scented ornament air freshener. Say that 3 times. But also make a mini gingerbread house. Take your pictures as a gingerbread person and then enjoy gingerbread cookies and hot cocoa.
Wow, treats and fun too. Also at the Waterloo Public Library is the escape room for teens. Now, this will be held on December 28th through the 30th, and it's guaranteed to be challenging fun, where the teens will be able to find clues that unlocks the door to, well, join the fun and find out.
Right. So if you're in grades 6 through 12, be sure to register by signing up at the teen desk or calling 319-287-3976. But is there an escape room for mayors? No, maybe not.
I think it opens up into the city council.
Okay. Also, don't miss the winter free day at all the Grout Museum District sites on the 31st. You can keep warm inside any of their locations. There are special hours at both historic homes. Stop by for one of the hot science demonstrations at the Imaginarium, because we can never forget about science in all this, and spend time exploring the Veterans Museum. In addition, there will be planetarium shows and science demos at 11 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 3 p.m. What an exciting day that will be.
Yeah, and my favorite, Discovery Days featuring Star Wars science on December 26th through the 30th. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Blue Dorn Science Imaginarium. Find out what it takes to make the Millennium Falcon the fastest ship in the galaxy. You can test out lightsabers and blasters with real lasers, and you can check out the world of robotics with R2-D2 and C-3PO, and discover what it would take to build whoa, Santa's.
I mean, it's okay to be excited, Santa.
I know it. It's great. Anyway, they're going to be able to build a space station the size of the Death Star, and you'd find out what it takes to do that. And so it's educational and fun.
There it is. And something I won't miss personally is A Christmas Story on stage at the Hope Martin Theater, December 15th through the 18th. Showtimes Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. and 2 p.m. on Sunday. It's an exciting adaptation to the original story, a production with music sets in the 1950s. It follows 9-year-old Ralphie Parker and his quest for the most coveted of Christmas gifts, an official Red Ryder air rifle.
Okay, and don't forget the monthly movie night at the Waterloo Public Library on December 14th from 6 to 9 p.m. Enjoy a new release movie on the big screen, popcorn and soda provided free of charge. And this month's movie is the Disney Pixar's Finding Dory.
And for the sports fans, we didn't forget about you either. There is a Battle of the Waterloo Wrestling Tournament on December 16th and 17th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Young Arena. You can see 32 of the best Iowa high school teams battle it out in this wrestling tournament. And let me remind all of you, when it comes to wrestling, Iowa is second to none. But it'll have our very own West, East, Columbus, and Cedar Falls high schools will be competing, and it's a wrestling fan's dream event. But I want to personally thank you, Santa, for taking the time during this most active holiday season for you and the elves and the reindeers. The reindeers are working hard too. We can't forget about them. Tell Rudolph, make sure he doesn't shine that red nose too bright, because you don't want to blind people that are passing by. But to visit Heart for the City, as you help point out, there are so many exciting things to choose from this season in a very active Waterloo. So all you kids out there, regardless of age, you better watch out. Santa Claus is coming to town. But stay with us. We'll be right back.
How come he gets to build a rocket? It's his 4-H project. I want to be in 4-H. They're making giant food? 4-H project. Yay! I want to be in 4-H. A robot? 4-H. I want to be in 4-H.
Join 4-H today. Your adventure starts here.
I love 4-H.
Well, that's our show. We welcome your suggestions and feedback. Remember to tell others that these episodes are available for viewing from the City of Waterloo website at cityofwaterlooiowa.com, and go to the special YouTube link. Looking for something to do? It's all on the Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau website, travelwaterloo.com. There are also numerous videos about Waterloo places, events, and things in the Digging Deeper Waterloo series. It has an incredible listing of anything going on in and around the city.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas to all, and to all a great day to be in Waterloo.
And please join us next time, and thanks for watching Heart for the City. Until then, I think you will agree with Santa. It's a great day to be in Waterloo.